going on, kitchenettes? This is getting more and more difficult every week. So I'm grateful that you all joined me to see my struggle because it's real today. Big time. Hello, V. How are you? So I had to kind of cheat a little bit on this one this week because it's pork. So everything that I did, I kind of prepped early, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm just going to walk you through what I did because it was going to take me way too long to try to make any of these meals for you on the spot because that's just what I picked. So I don't know if you guys saw, but I posted a picture earlier about all of this for $22. So I had a pork tenderloin and then a little packet of shit, I lost it. Yeah, pork carnitas. That's it. That's what it was, pork carnitas. So I'm just going to walk you through what I did for each dish, and then I'll plate it up and show it to you. How does that sound? It sounds good to me. It smells amazing in my kitchen, by the way. Is that light really weird on you guys here? Let me get that out of the way. Let me go this way a little bit more. My kitchen light is on, so it's a little funky. Okay, so the first thing I did, I'm going to go to this pot first, okay? So in true Harmony fashion, I started with a smaller pot and had to switch to a larger pot because everything I needed to do was too much because I am too much for some of you, maybe. So what's in this pot is I sauteed some onions, put a little bit of oil in there, put some of my onions in there. I kind of chunked them big because not everybody likes onions, and when you chunk things big, it's easy to pick out. Or you can go really small and nobody will even know they're in there. Your choice. Dealer's choice. And so I added some carrots. I didn't cut those at all. And I had some amazing help, so shout out to my bonus child, Lee, who cut all kinds of stuff for me this afternoon. He cut potatoes, so we chunked them about the same size as the pork. And so with the pork loin that I had on my picture, I actually cut it maybe a third off of one end, and he chunked that. And we just basically made them the same size-ish as the carrots because you want everything to be the same size-ish because it will cook evenly. So then I added a can of tomatoes. Just these ones are diced garlic and extra virgin olive oil. And then a can of tomato paste, and my little guy Zane was in here. Well, he's not so little anymore. He's going to be 14 next weekend. He was like, "What is that, Mom?" Because, you know, the little trick with the tomato paste, you cut it on both ends, and then you can just push it through like a push-up pop. So he thought that was pretty disgusting, but it was fun. And then, of course, I salt and peppered, and my very favorite, my Weber garlic and herb. And then I added a little bit of oregano also. I didn't have any basil, so I didn't add that. Otherwise, I may have. And then my daughter actually showed me this little ditty. It is better than bouillon. It's very concentrated, so you don't need to use as much. But I used that for a lot of the liquid. So basically, I sauteed my onions, added my meat, sauteed that a little bit so it browned up a little bit. Then I added in my carrots and potatoes. I filled my pot with the bouillon up until it covered my carrots and potatoes. And then I added the tomatoes and the tomato paste. And it's been kind of simmering over here for, I don't know, about the last 40 minutes or so. You really just want it to get cooked enough to where your carrots and potatoes are soft. Any more than that, and they're going to start falling apart. So you just got to be really careful with that. So let me dish up a bowl. I really got to invest in some bare bones stuff for you to be able to see it better. Ooh, let's see if I can not drop it in the pot. That was not successful. It's all right. No big deal. That's what towels are for, right? get a chunk of meat. Got a little excited, y'all. Made me nervous. See? Popping on here made me nervous. Well, let me clean up my bowl a little bit before I show you. You know, it's funny because an amazing woman that I know, Miss Wonderful, who watches every single video and I believe cooks everything I've made. Yeah, so she just asked what authenticity means to you. This shit's for real, yo. That's what it means to me. This shit is for real. Because sometimes life happens and it's not all a Facebook post that you can make fancy. But sometimes you can clean it up. So there's pork stew-ish, kind of a pork stew thing. It's going to be super hearty. You could always pour it over rice if it's not hearty enough for you. It smells amazing. I tasted it earlier and it tasted pretty good, so I think that's a winner. So that's dish one. Now remember, I only spent like $22 and there were very few things that I already had on hand. One of them was this bouillon stuff, but it's not very expensive and you don't need very much, so it lasts a really long time. Let's go to this. This was the pork carnitas, and I don't know about you guys, but I am a huge fan of Mexican food. I am definitely not a pro in that department. It's very Americanized for me. So I love to go to a good taco truck with good, authentic Mexican food. That's like my jam. So Lee and I took the pork carnitas. He actually chopped all my meat for me, so that was really awesome to have that extra help today. And I sauteed some onions again, big chunks, kind of big chunks, not super huge, but big enough. And then I added some chili powder and some cumin and my very favorite Weber and my salt and pepper all to the meat and sauteed that for a few minutes and then added, well, you can't see it, but it's about, you know, here, it was a brand new jar, cost me about $2, $2.50, something like that, of just the verde salsa. It's been simmering here for an hour and a half, and that meat is so disgustingly tender, it's awesome. You can totally pour this over rice, which I refreshed some rice from last night's dinner. Pouring it over that, you could put it in a little taco, would be delicious with some, you know, fresh onions, fresh cilantro, whatever your jam is. That's the beauty about cooking. It's whatever you want. Whatever you want. Move my spices out of the way. And what am I doing here with this one? We're going to do this. Dish up some here so you can see. Just going to put a big fat couple scoops of rice. Let's see if I can make it without dropping everything everywhere. Switch out spoons here real quick, maybe. I'm grateful to have a little help to eat some of this stuff. Last week I got through like 2 plates and I was like, oh my gosh. And I must be buttery fingers because last week when I did the potatoes and the mashed potatoes with the gravy, yeah, guess where that shit went? Right on my living room floor. I was like, damn it! So apparently I just shouldn't hold bowls. I don't know. See, I'm getting all crazy again. So again, you could dabble some, I don't know, sour cream on there or add some fresh tomatoes or something if that's what your jam is. There you go. Meal number 2. Meal number 3 is a little bit tricky. We actually did a fig sauce and somehow the bag got thrown away. That's okay. So what I did is I took some onions, chopped them up really good. I added some chopped figs, and they can be fresh figs or dried figs. I did dried figs because that's what was available. I picked up a bag of figs at grocery outlet for like $1.99. It was pretty awesome. It worked out perfectly for me. I did 1 bottle of Modelo, because the darker the beer, the better for this sauce. And then added a little bit of apple cider vinegar, which isn't always necessary, a little bit of honey, and a little shot of brown sugar. So it made the sauce look really nice. And I'm actually going to pour it over some, where did my tongs go? I don't know where my other pair went. That's okay. I did the other half of, or the other 3/4 of my pork tenderloin, and just in the oven, 350, I think 375, until it reached 145 degrees. Let it rest for a little bit, sliced it up, and of course I topped it off with salt, pepper, and my favorite Weber. So that's just how it works for me. And this is a really good fall meal because, you know, it's kind of fall, fruity, whatever, in season. You could do a little, I pulled out a box of couscous. You could do some fresh veggies to go with that, a salad, some sauteed veggies, kind of anything you want, because again, it's your rules when you're in your kitchen. And that's what I have for you tonight. So all of this for like 22 bucks. It's easy peasy. It's good comfort food. Let's see if I can pick up this bowl without spilling it everywhere this time. And I'd really love to know, do you guys prefer to have meals set up like this, or do you want me to instruct you more? Like actual breakdown and show you steps? Like which way do you prefer? Or do I need to do like 2 lives or 3 lives? Because I got to do my Monday morsels too. I didn't do it this week because it was my son's birthday, my older son's birthday. And thank you, Angie. Oh, wonderful. Which one are you going to cook today? So just let me know in the comments, do you prefer to have like more instructional step-by-step stuff? Do you prefer to have like an array of stuff where it's like you can do this, that, this, that, this? Let me know. That would be super awesome. I would be really excited. I'll be really excited to read your comments on that, because I'm at this point where I'm like, I don't really know what to do. Do I need to do 2 shows a week that are like, you know, 20 minutes long? My whopping show, my whole 20-minute long show. Or do you want something more simple that's like, let's just get it done? I need some feedback. So help me. And I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel. So if you haven't liked it yet, please subscribe, because that's been a lot of fun and I'm really putting myself out there with that. When you do something like that, you really open yourself up for being criticized. And though I haven't had that yet, I'm sure there will come a day. And it's still kind of scary, even though I'm like this hardcore bitch, right? Not always. I have a soft side too. Some of you know that. But subscribe, share. If you like a video, share the video. That would be awesome too. Anything to get the word out. I'm almost to 30 subscribers, you guys, so I'm super excited. I appreciate everything you guys have all done for me. I appreciate that you guys watch me every week. It makes me that much more intrigued to come on and see what you guys think about what I'm doing for you. It's all about being able to cook on a budget. It's all about being able to throw together things that are already in your cupboards. Maybe some of you don't have some of this stuff in your cupboards, and that's all right. And always feel free to message me or email me or whatever you need to do. Get in touch with me to ask questions. I don't have a problem answering questions. My little helper for the evening, actually, we did a live video together to show him how to make caramel. It was the sweetest thing. So that's a request for him. He wants me to do a YouTube video of how to make caramel so he can watch it over and over and over again. I love it. It's fantastic. So until next week, please leave all your comments down there so I know what I'm doing and which direction you guys want me to go. And for next week, I'm not sure. I'm still waiting. Jury's out. That's you guys. You guys are the jury. I don't know if you want me to do one more $25 setup or if you want me to move on to something new. So let me know about that too. Thanks, guys.